Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, I'll talk you through my top 7 passive income ideas and I'll be scoring each of them on just how passive they really are. The reason why I'm going to be scoring these passive income ideas is because there's a ton of information out there on the internet, on YouTube, of guys who are making hundreds and thousands of pounds, absolutely killing it, right? But there's not really much information about just how realistic it is to earn income passively. So by using this scoring system, hopefully you'll be able to figure out which idea best suits you. For example, some people may have a lot of time on their hands but no money, and vice versa. I'm 32 years old, I've got a full-time career, I have a small family, so I don't really have the time to throw myself into an idea that doesn't really work out. On the flip side, if you're in your 20s and you don't have all that responsibility, then that's the perfect opportunity for you to try a whole bunch of different things, different ideas, and see what works best for you. But for those of you who can't, then hopefully this video will help guide you on what passive income ideas that you can potentially try out and those you want to stay away from. So we will score each idea based on 4 categories. 1, how much time and effort is required to get this passive income idea up and running and earning you money. 2, are there any costs associated with this idea? Do you need money? If so, how much? 3, how much can you possibly earn from this idea? Is it a fixed or a limited amount, or is the sky the limit? And number 4, how difficult is it to set up? Is there some sort of online platform that you can use? Do you need a certain skill set, or is it pretty easy to set up and go? I will then provide an overall score for that passive income idea, and then we can see which is best. As always guys, if you like the sound of this video, then smash the like button. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you haven't already, sign up to the channel, subscribe. It really does help support the channel. So each category will be scored out of 10. So 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. So in no particular order, the first passive income idea on this list is print-on-demand services such as Teespring. Teespring simply allows you to create designs that you can put onto t-shirts, mugs, phone covers and more, all for completely free. Once you have created your design, all you do is upload it to Teespring's website and they take care of the rest. They will create a virtual listing on their website and people can just go there directly and buy it, and Teespring will take care of the printing, the shipping, the delivery and the customer service. Wow, when I discovered this, it actually blew my mind. So let's score this idea. So there will be some upfront time and effort for you to put in and create these designs and upload it onto the website, but you can do this in your spare time quite easily. You can do it as a hobby, so I'll give this score a 7 out of 10. Costs. There are no startup costs. This is why this is such a great idea. Teespring takes care of everything and you can just focus on creating the designs and upload them in. Creating designs and upload them. You can focus on the fun stuff. Full marks here, 10 out of 10. So what are the earning potentials of this idea? Well, this is like any business idea. You're selling a product and you're making profit on a product from the sales. But the great thing here is that Teespring takes care of all the logistics and all the legwork. So the income actually becomes truly passive and the earning potential is unlimited. Also, this is where it gets interesting. Amazon also have a very similar site, in fact the exact same thing, called Merch by Amazon. And the really cool thing here is you can take the same designs that you create on Teespring and upload it directly to Merch by Amazon, and boom, you got yourself a secondary source of income. And then there's a third platform called Redbubble, and you can do the exact same thing you just did with Merch by Amazon. So you can get the existing design you create on Teespring, upload it onto Redbubble, and boom, you got a third source of income just from one idea. So the maximum potential earnings here is really good. The sky is the limit. So I'll score this a 10 out of 10. Difficulty, well, obviously there's going to be some skill level required for you to create the design in the first place and create something that's trendy and that's something people might want. But there are so many free tools online, so many free resources. It's not really that difficult. It's just obviously being as creative as you possibly can and creating something people would like. So although some skill is required here, I still give this a nice, cool 8 out of 10. So the overall score for print-on-demand services gets a really cool 8.75 out of 10. Next on this list is dividend paying stocks. Now this is where you buy stock in a company that pays you dividends for holding that stock. Dividends is basically a way for a company to persuade you to hold their stock and not sell. And for that, you can earn passive income easily. And dividends usually pay every quarter, so every 3 months. So it's pretty good if you want to gain some regular passive income. Usually big, established, well-known companies provide dividend. A lot of the S&P 500, so the 500 big US companies, provide dividend type stock. Here in the UK, we have the FTSE 100, so the 100 biggest UK companies, and there are companies in there that have dividend paying stocks. So go check it out. Here's a list I've got for you right now. So we've gone through a massive crisis, or we're going through a massive crisis, the COVID-19 crisis. So there's a lot of cheap shares out there offering a high yield. Be careful when you're choosing your dividend type stock, because if you're seeing a company that's offering a massive yield, it's probably because they're struggling and they want people to buy a lot of their stocks and hold it. Okay, so be careful. If you suddenly see someone who's offering like 16 or 20 or 25% yield dividend stocks, you might think, wow, that's an amazing return. Yes, but that's probably because the company is going through something, the stock price is going down, so that's why they're offering. Now let's go through these 4 categories and score this passive income idea. So first thing, time and effort. Well, you can tell all you have to do is pick the stock and put your money, set up an account with your broker, and that's it. I'll score this category quite highly and give it a 9 out of 10. Now let's move on to cost. This idea does need money in order to make money. The more you invest, the more dividend payments you can get. However, it's not really a cost because you're investing that money in a stock which you own, but there is an added risk of that stock going down in price, so you can lose your money. So for that, I'll give this score a 6 out of 10. So how much can you earn with these dividend paying stocks? Well, that depends on 2 things. 1, how much money you put in, so how much money you invest in that, and 2, how much money is the company willing to pay in dividend. You have to have a lot of money to invest in the first place to make a lot of money. So in that case, I'll score the potential amount of money you can make a 4 out of 10. How difficult is it? Picking the right stock is never really an easy task to do, but if we're talking about dividend paying stocks here, then they should be fairly well established big companies who are fairly secure. So although picking the right stock does require some sort of knowledge, some sort of skill, I still think it's pretty easy to do. So I'll give it a cool 8 out of 10. That gives us an overall score of 6.75 out of 10. So the next passive income idea on this list is creating an online course. Now, this is great for professionals who work a job with a specific set of skills, because more and more people are turning to the internet and online to learn from people with real experience. Now, an online course can be in many formats. It could be in video form, it could be in a PowerPoint slide form, or it can be just a voiceover. So there are many options for you to create an online course. If you want to get involved in something like this, then a good place to start is on a site called Udemy. It's basically a marketplace for you to sell and buy online courses. Obviously, this idea requires time and effort, especially up front, where you got to create a course, get it uploaded onto the internet. Once you've done the upfront work and done all that legwork, this idea and the income truly becomes passive, because all you have to do is sit back, and every time someone buys your course, you get paid, and that income becomes passive forever. But since there is some upfront work and effort required, I'll score this 6 out of 10. Next, costs here are very minimal because you're creating something online. There's plenty of resources and plenty of options out there online for you to create content for free. So I'll give this one as 9 out of 10. So how much can you potentially earn from this passive income idea? Well, technically, you can sell that online course over and over again for as long as you want, as many times as you want. So really the earning potential here is unlimited. Really the sky is the limit here. So I'll score this at 10 out of 10. How difficult is it to create a course online? Well, you've got online tools like Udemy that I've mentioned before, and I'm sure there's other resources out there that you can use. So I'll score it a 7 out of 10. So that gives us an overall score for this passive income idea of 7.75 out of 10. So the next thing on this list is affiliate marketing. You probably hear this term associated with passive income quite a lot, and there's a reason for that, and that's because if done correctly and if you have the right setup and the right tools, then you can make an absolute killing. So firstly, affiliate marketing is basically promoting a product or a service on behalf of someone, and you basically picking up commission every time someone buys that product or service. For example, Amazon have a really popular affiliate program. You might see it on YouTube videos or in other programs or other websites where you might see an Amazon link for a product that someone's reviewed. So every time you click that link and you go and make a purchase, not necessarily that product, but you make a purchase off of that link, then that person who's posted it usually gets a small commission. I think Amazon pays up to like 12% commission, which is pretty simple, but overall it's a really good way to earn passive income. So first thing, time and effort. Well, here you need to consider 2 things. One, it doesn't really require any time and effort to really set up an affiliate link, right? You can just sign up to Amazon's program, or there's other websites out there like ClickBank that you can go and sign up. So it's really easy to get the process started and to get your affiliate link. And the second thing you need to consider here is, and this is where it gets really difficult, is you need to find somewhere to post that link where people can see it and click on that link. So how do you do that? Well, obviously you have to do it somewhere online. So maybe on a website that people, go through quite a lot, or, a YouTube channel. So if you have a YouTube channel, you post these videos and people view these videos, you can have, like an affiliate link in the description below. You need to have an audience. You need to have a following in order for you to actually even make any money. So to build a following, or to build some sort of social media following, or to build a website which has a lot of traffic going to it, you need to spend an enormous amount of time and effort to build that up. Sometimes it can take a year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years. Some people have just, spent an entire lifetime trying to get a following, and finally just starting to get some sort of traffic coming into their website or the YouTube channel, etc. So you need to have that base set up if you want to make any money on affiliate marketing. But if you are someone who already has that following, this is so easy for you. All you have to do is just put that link on wherever your social media page or wherever it is, and bam, you can start earning a ton of passive income. But because this idea really heavily relies on the fact that you have to have that following, I'm going to have to give this score a 4 out of 10. Cost, well, there's no cost there. All the Amazon's affiliate program is free. ClickBank also is the same thing. You sign up for free, so there's no real cost there for you. It's all free, so I'll give this score a 10 out. So how much can you potentially earn from this idea? Well, that's all based on the amount of following you have, or the amount of people you can push, or the amount of traffic you can get to for people to seeing your link or your affiliate link, and for them to be clicking on it. So that's all based on that. But it is unlimited, because the more people you get, the more money you can make, the more commission you can make. So this is an idea where the earning potential is truly unlimited, especially if you have a big social media following. So I'll give this score a 10 out of 10. Next, how difficult is it? Well, getting the link is not very difficult at all, but obviously you have to go through the process of building a social media following, and that in itself is a massive task. It's extremely difficult to do that. Whether it's a YouTube channel, or you're trying to grow Instagram or Facebook, or trying to build a website, wherever it is, it's going to be a difficult task. And for that, I'm going to have to give this score a cool 6 out of 10. So affiliate marketing gets an overall score of 7.5 out of 10. So guys, the next on the list is earning passive income via a high interest savings account. This is without doubt probably one of the easiest ways to make passive income, because all you're doing is putting your money into a savings account, a high interest savings account, and just earning interest. Obviously every bank offers this service, a savings account, but if you want to really get the best rates, then you need to go and look at the banks that you've probably never heard of, the smaller banks. And that's because they need the business. So they'll probably offer you a much higher interest rate for you to bank with them. So go check it out. So one thing I would try using is something called Raisin UK Savings Market. This is basically a service which allows you to access multiple different savings products from one place without having to apply for them over and over again. I haven't personally used this service yet, so I'm not sure exactly how it works or how good it is, but the theory sounds pretty cool. So this passive income is pretty straightforward to score. So here we go. Time and effort, minimal. All you need to do is open up a bank account and put your money there. That's it. 10 out of 10. Costs, well, you have to have money obviously to put in to make money, but you're not going to lose that money. It's not really a cost. So I give this one a cool 6 out of 10. Potential earnings, well, unless you've got millions in the bank to put away, then I don't really see how you can make much money on this. So it's very limited, and also based on the interest rate, the maximum we saw earlier is about 1.4%. It's not exactly a massive return, but it is something. But anyway, I give this a score, a low 2 out of 10. Difficulty, well, there's no skill required here whatsoever, so I give this a cool 10 out of 10. So the overall score for this passive income idea is a 7. So the next passive income idea on the list is something called peer-to-peer lending. Now, peer-to-peer lending is basically a way for you, say as an investor who's got cash, to lend money to someone else who needs to borrow the cash. And in return, you get to charge them a higher interest rate. And you do all this through a website, and no banks are involved. So essentially what you're doing is cutting out the middleman, which is usually the bank. Just to give you an example, when you open up a bank account and you've got a savings account, when you put your money into that savings account, what the bank does is they take that money and they lend it out to lots of different people. Okay, so when they lend it out to all these people, they charge them a higher interest rate, and they give you the person who put the money in a small interest rate as return. Well, this way, through peer-to-peer lending, since you're cutting out the bank as the middleman and you're doing it directly with people, you are able to get a much higher return because you are no longer, using the bank as a middleman. Want to find out more about these peer-to-peer firms and how they work? Then check out RateSetter, that's one, Funding Circles, another one, and Zopper. Some of these are offering rates of up to 6%. What you're actually doing here is you're actually investing. So you can potentially lose your money. So if that person that you've lent your money to, somehow is not able to pay that loan back, then that's going to affect you big time. So you're not going to be able to get your money in return. So it's not similar at all to how a savings account works in a bank. Is completely different. I know these peer-to-peer lending companies pitch it in a way where it talks about you just putting your money into a savings account and getting 6% interest. It's not that simple. Please do your research before you ever think about investing in peer-to-peer lending. And let's go through the scoring system and see how it tallies up. So first thing, time and effort. Well, I've mentioned a few sites there that you can go check out, and it's pretty easy to get set up and get going. So I'll give this one a 9 out of 10. Secondly, are there any costs associated with it? Well, obviously there is. You've got to have money to make money, and also this money is at risk as well. So the fact that this money is at risk and you could lose it and not actually make any money, I'll have to give it a low score of 2 out of 10. One thing I noticed when I did my research into peer-to-peer lending is that when you do invest your money into this service, they obviously go out and give this money to borrowers, right? And they probably give these borrowers 1-year loans, 2-year loans, 3 or 4 up to 5-year loans, and apparently you cannot actually pull your money out or profit from your money until that loan period is over and the loan is paid back. So that sounds a bit crazy to me. It doesn't sound like a really cool way to make money because first of all you're putting up your investment and you can't really pull it out any time. So yeah, it sounds a bit ridiculous. So in terms of earning potential, yes, 6% sounds pretty cool, but the risks are just too high. So I give this a pretty low score again of 2 out of 10. Finally, how difficult is it? It's all done online, so it's easy to set up and get started. So I give this one an 8 out of 10. So the overall score for this passive income idea is 5.25 out of 10. So the last passive income idea on this list is YouTube ads. Well, I couldn't talk about passive income without talking about YouTube. So simply put, this is where you earn income through ads that are run on your YouTube videos. In my opinion, there's a huge amount of effort and time that is required to create YouTube videos and run a channel. First, you have to know the content, then record the footage, then edit it, and then post it online. Also, in order to grow on YouTube, you must be doing this process consistently and frequently enough so people are seeing your videos and subscribing to your channel. And trying to capture an audience or grow a social media following is a long-term business. So for time and effort, I have to give it a low score of 2 out of 10. Next, cost. Well, cost can be absolutely minimal here or it can be quite high. It really depends on what you're going for. Me personally, I'm trying to do it as with low cost as possible. So I'm using my smartphone to record these videos. I bought a ring light and I bought some stand and a mic. That's it. So for me, the costs are extremely low. But for some people, I know they like to get the latest cameras, the DSLR cameras, which can go into the thousands of pounds. However, you can keep it very, very low, and most people actually do spend about under 100 quid to get my whole channel started. I give this a cool 9 out of 10. Potential earnings. Well, once you've created the content, a certain amount of content, and you've got a decent amount of following, then that's when you can start monetizing your video. I give this a full mark score of 10 out of 10. Difficulty. Well, the quality of YouTube videos, the quality of the content is getting better and better year after year. So actually it's becoming even more difficult for you to get noticed. And trying to create something fresh, something engaging, something that people want to watch is never easy. So I'm going to have to score this a 5 out of 10. So this passive income gets an overall score of 6.5 out of 10. There you go. Those were my top 7 passive income ideas. I really hope you found it useful, but let's go quickly and rank these and see how they tally. So in at number 7, peer-to-peer lending. Me personally, there's just too much risk involved in this. I've not seen enough data on it, not seen enough people do it. It just doesn't sound very cool, if I'm being completely honest. So I would personally stay away from this one. In at number 6 is YouTube ads. Personally, I think this is a great way to actually make money, but not passively. I really think there's too much work involved and a lot of patience. So only do this if you're ready to give up a lot of time and effort to be successful. In at 5 is dividend paying stock. Now, if you know how to pick the right stock and you've got enough money to invest, then this is a good one to start. It's worth a try. In at 4 is high interest savings account. Personally, I'm not a fan of this. I'd rather use my money elsewhere and put it to work in a better way. But if you're looking for an easy way to make passive income, then this is a good place to start. In at 3 is affiliate marketing. The possibilities of making passive income through this is, unlimited. It's a great way of doing it. If you have a social media following or you got a website which is quite popular, then you should be doing this. In at number 2 is creating an online course. If you know something you can teach others, or you've got a job with a specific set of skills, this is a great idea and a great way to make money. In fact, have you ever seen those ads about forex trading, or this investment banker or this trader, it's going to teach you how to trade, etc. And he talks about how successful he's been. Whoa, if you really think about it, these guys are actually making most of their money by selling online courses on how to trade or how to make money on FX. I've never really noticed these guys actually make money doing what they say they can do. And in at number 1 is print on demand services. I just love the simplicity of this idea. I love how you can just focus on the fun stuff and let the actual website or the platform take care of the rest. This is an easy way to get started. Everyone should give this one a go. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you found it useful. See you guys next time.